just be giving a back to a new regular show review. And if you haven't seen the last one, go and check it out. We're back with the next 2 episodes of season 6 of regular show. And yeah, we start with another interesting one, and it starts with a recap of what happened last time when it came to that whole episode with the whole chopper party, right, at Margaret's parents' house, and CJ overreacting, and Margaret having a dream. What it was just a dream of Margaret, and yeah, Eileen tells Margaret that CJ's at the door, and CJ comes by and just saying that she wants to apologize for the way that she acted when ruining the whole party. And she wants to try to make things, not as awkward with her and do a double date. Yeah, do a date with CJ and Mordecai and Margaret and her boyfriend that we learned that she had from that episode. And apparently that's not Margaret's boyfriend that we saw in that episode. She just said that just to make things not awkward, or, to stop being awkward. But now she's gonna have to do something. And yeah, going over to that nose guy that she said that was Margaret's boyfriend. And yeah, he goes over and sees Margaret and Eileen, and of course they say if he can pretend to be her boyfriend, just just so they can not make things awkward. And yeah, they actually get Rigby's help to be able to lie. Of course, you would get Rigby's help when it comes to helping to lie. And yeah, he's got a script for them to follow. And yeah, of course, Mordecai is like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Asking CJ, "Are you sure you want to do this? Because we cannot do this if you don't want to." And yeah, they all meet each other and sit down, and also of saying of how Margaret and her boyfriend, fake boyfriend, now we know, met, that they're just telling a story. When she was just exploring, she found in this jungle, she found a lion and got to this hot air balloon rental place and came in contact with that news guy, and they collided. And yeah, she's just so uncomfortable thinking that they should get the check. But of course, CJ is one thinking that they should do some poll. And again, they're getting quite confused when they're getting off script. When CJ and her boyfriend are getting off, fake boyfriend is getting off script. And of course, he's wondering, what are you doing? You're going off script. And yeah, of course, he's freaking out as well. And yeah, Mordecai is actually pretty happy that Margaret actually has somebody like him, even though Mordecai doesn't know that all of this is a lie, of course. And yeah, they actually get Margaret, and that news guy is on the cam, gets caught on the cam, and everybody is wanting them to kiss. And of course, she can't do it, and she has to tell the truth. And yeah, the whole you're dumped on the dump cam. And yeah, of course, CJ finds out this was a lie. And of course, he gets a bit angry as well. But then she tells Margaret this question: Do you even, to Margaret, do you still even have feelings for Mordecai? And she actually admits that she does. And yeah, CJ then, of course, leaves, which then Margaret then sees Mordecai leave as well. And yeah, Margaret just goes at the table, just covering her face as well. And of course, that news guy is just angry with her as well and leaves as well. Yeah, not so of a good ending, I would say, to the episode. But then we go to the next one, and it's another good one. And it starts with that master, right? That Def Kwon Do master that Mordecai and Rigby have seen and at his restaurant. And yeah, the different prices when it comes to the food, which he talks about this new healthy sandwich that he created, even though it's just a regular sub sandwich. And he eats it, and he actually ends up in the hospital. And the doctor says of how his literal stomach exploded. Yeah, his literal stomach exploded, and he's gonna need a new stomach. And yeah, he actually suggests if Mordecai and Rigby can go to the Def Condo hospital in order to retrieve a new stomach for him to get a new stomach transplant. And yeah, goes with his 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 this guy that he's training, this trainer that the sensei is training, and head over and getting off of the boat and setting off traps as well and seeing snakes. And yeah, it's just a regular hospital at first, and then they see the stomach, which this guy is saying that they have to prove themselves for this stomach, which yeah, they're having to fight these guys, different guys. And yeah, very, very interesting, I would just say. But they managed to fight them pretty well, I would say. And yeah, they retrieved the stomach. But then, yeah, the apprentice, I'll just say, of the Def Kwon Do master betrays them, saying that apparently, after all the training he was given, all the training, and not being respected, and even kept away from the vault, he actually started eating those sandwiches himself. That caused him to need a new stomach too. So he is willing to let his master, his Def Kwon Do master, die in order for him to get a new stomach himself. And yeah, they try to get him, but he gets to the elevator. So they go through the stairs, and yeah, they then find a boat which they take and chasing after him, and they're trying to fight to get the stomach, and then yeah, he ends up getting hit, and yeah, they end up getting the stomach. I can almost keep saying heart, but the stomach, and yeah, he ends up in the water and just going down, and yeah, the nurse is just doing where they're gonna be doing the incision areas, and yeah, of course they're aiding while they're watching the operation. And yeah, we see this doctor come in. That it actually turns out to be that guy that betrayed his own master. And yeah, the Def Kwon Do master is willing to fight even though he's in no sort of condition. And yeah, Mordecai and Rigby end up going in the wrong room. And then yeah, the Def Kwon Do master ends up getting hurt. And they find one of the doctors get hurt. And yeah, he's trying to tell the nurse to do the operation, which he's going to do it himself. And yeah, that idiot just puts himself with the anesthetics. Yeah, he just puts himself to sleep. Like, duh, how are you going to do it when you're knocked out? That wasn't really smart of him, I would say. And yeah, they come in, and yeah, apparently he then gets back up, and yeah, apparently he can't feel a thing after all the times they're punching him until eventually, yeah, they punch him very far, and he's like, okay, I felt that. And yeah, it was a success. The Def Kwon Do master managed to come out in a success, while the other guy is ending up being arrested. And yeah, he is willing to offer them a job of that guy's replacement, but of course they're saying that they got to get back to work at the park. But yeah, really good episodes here. Hopefully you enjoy. Catch you next.